Another accelerator, back in my hometown of Birmingham. It's about to go down. Education on the next level. Watch this. Right, let me show you. Watch. So, if we look at this here now. So if we go back to that one. If you go to, so we know the price is 120k, and we know it's a 3-bedroom semi.
Yeah.
So if we go down here, and you go on to recently sold and under offer.
Okay.
So if you go under offer first and foremost, the next street, we've got Austin Street, which is next to it, 0.1. You can look on the map. That's a mid-terraced, and that's sold for 140.
20 grand more.
So it's 20 grand more, and we know we're onto a bit of a winner there.
Yeah.
And then if we go back, we can see 2 streets away, there's one for 200, but it's not the same because this is more of a, but we've got another 2 streets away, which is exactly the same, in a better condition, and that's in offers of 160, sold. So let's say it's sold for 160, so we know there's £40,000 there. So that's the first thing you've done. So you've done all the comparables, and you can see all the numbers on all the house prices sold. And then you know this is Carey Road. So if you type in rental prices, Nottingham, 3-bed semi, spell it right, 3-bedroom houses to rent in Nottingham. Well, that's Zoopla. You want to stick to Rightmove,
Okay.
which is there. So we can have a look down. £900 for something very similar.
Yeah.
£11.50 for one, again, very similar. 900. Yeah. 995. And you can see 1,000. So from that, I would average the rent to be about £1,000 a month because you can see all the comparables. You've got the bedrooms. You can see it's the same type of house. You know that ones have sold within the streets around their 140s, 160s. So you know at 120 it's decent, but you want to try and get a better price. So that property's good. That's a good property. What's the refurb on it? What you come up with the refurb costs?
Garden and then we'll paint and decorating.
Okay, so break it down. Break it down and then we'll come back to it. But that's a really good house, that is. It's non-standard construction, which means it's unmortgageable, which means it's unsellable, which means, yeah, because that should be up for 170, 180, but it says in the description, non-standard construction. So you've got to learn to read the descriptions before you even go looking at breaking down the deals. Okay?
Learning curve. We move on from it.
No, you'll never forget that now, though. You'll never forget that ever again. Non-standard construction is unmortgageable. So again? Unless you rebuild the house. Yeah. Exactly. How are we doing?
Yeah, we're completely new to it, so we're just listening.
Observing.
Yeah.
It'll be good to watch because this is a skill. It's the skill that everybody needs as the basic entry level. What are you thinking of doing?
Well, hopefully just buying.
You want to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As we say, we're completely newbies in this.
Where are you from? Accent stick?
Yeah, just up the road.
Oh, nice, okay.
He's originally from
Just ask the question because it can save you a lot of money.
Where about in Warsaw? Oh yeah, I know really well. I was there the other day. This is, if you're going to buy a property, this is the skills you need in order to learn what to buy. So it's hand in hand. So, but don't be overwhelmed at the minute. There's a reason I've asked for this to be done. So I just want to see how people interact and stuff like that. Okay. So see what they say.
Today's been good, man. There's been a lot of information again, as always. Just a little bit of nuggets here and there to take. I've done quite a few of these. But yeah, it's just good meeting new people and just getting that motivation from Steve as well, a little bit more, just getting the discipline in and just real life advice, which has been good.
Today was amazing, actually. It was a lovely experience. I've learned a lot, new gems, just for £11. Just for £11. I love it. The energy is amazing. The team as well. they assist you with anything. Yeah, the team. Yeah, it was actually lovely. I loved it. Definitely will be investing into the course.
Brilliant, like absolutely brilliant. I thought I probably learned so much more in this one day than I've learned in the past 6 months, especially about specific elements that I've been focusing my attention on that I now know that I need to switch my attention to something else. So absolutely brilliant. Meeting the big guy today, I think, was the absolute thing that pushed me over the edge. I was convinced, locked in, so it felt like a no-brainer.
You, yes, you. Are you struggling to get started in property? Well, this video is for you. September 28th, Manchester, I am back. I am there doing a full day of property training for just £11. The BRRR method, flipping, deal sourcing, HMOs, assisted sales, auctions, project management, raising finance, social media, so much more packed into one amazing training day. £11 a ticket, you need to be there. So, guys, as you can see, some improvements. We moved forwards. Finally got where I wanted to get to, got the drawings in, and the builders are on site here every day now. We have, if you open that up please, Sonny. So this is now going to be the new layout. Okay. So you can clearly see it now with your eyes. Living room, kitchen, going through here, which will lead into a dining room with a downstairs toilet there, and this is where the seating area is going to be. This is going to be boarded up completely now, gone, because the cost of tanking and getting that all sorted out downstairs just outweighs any kind of added value. Has everyone been down there and seen it? Yep. That's going to add no space to this property, no value. Sorry, it adds space, but no value. So that's been boarded up completely. Are we moving this back door here? Just blocking it up, aren't we?
Being blocked up.
Yep. Yeah. So we're blocking all this up. That window's staying, but I might make that window a bit bigger to get some more light into the dining room. Where you guys are standing now, there's going to be patio doors there, and the kitchen is going to run along here and across there. Now, we was having an island, if you remember, but legislation and rules or regulations, we don't think there's enough gap in between the worktop and here and there to have an island of a decent size. We can get a smaller one, but we don't think it's going to work, do we?
You have a 600 worktop.
Yeah.
And then you should have 900 gap in between that and the island as a complete walk around. So we've just looked, we potentially can get an island. It's going to have to be a custom made island, so we need to build it as big as we want it. It's going to have to be just off-centred, for the simple fact is when you walk through the patio doors you don't want to be straight on the island, so when you walk in you're probably going to be on the corner. Yeah. But it's still going to allow you to walk all the way around, because I was looking at the design, and the original design has got the sink there with the hob and oven there, which is fine, but the pipework they've put in, that pipework there is for the boiler. So that's going to go into a tall larder unit, because to try and get all that pipework back to that utility through the thickness of the chimney breast and the wall is a lot more work. And we're probably going to have to upgrade the boiler to be able to pump it the distance. Yeah. So by having the cupboard there pushes the sink over, which then pushes the hob over. Yeah, then you've got to have, like here, the tall fridge freezer, microwave oven built in. And then what I was trying to do was, my theory behind it was moving the sink over to centre. Obviously it allows for your tall larder unit, your boiler, your dishwasher. Then here you can have your oven, your microwave, and then on the island opposite you'd have your hob. I was just thinking from a family point of view, because Steve likes to be able to, either if you're washing up or cooking, to see your kids when they're playing. Well, here you can clearly see when they're sitting down at the dining table.
I feel like a lot of like modern properties do have like the hob in the island as well, don't they?
Yeah. Well, I wanted it. So I wanted, you imagine here, and you've got a family, and you're cooking on the hob, and your children are playing over there in the dining room. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. So the hob, if we can get it on the island, will not be just where Steve is, it will just be here. so they can still see the family, but it will be matching the oven.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, but that's going to be a decision we make once it's all played out,
Yeah.
and it's all laid and everything's here. That's a decision that we'll make then. So, yeah, it's not ideal without having the island because I think it'll add the wow factor and it'll give it more of a feel, but it's not the end of the world, basically. Now, can you see how the ceilings have been dropped? Yeah. We've dropped the ceilings by about 300. We've dropped the ceiling because we have an ensuite built there. And see the waste? Yep. It's coming across the top and it's going to go out over there. So we've dropped the ceilings, but the good thing about this house is dropping the ceilings hasn't lost us any feel of the headspace. Now, if that was a lot lower and we had to drop the ceilings 300, it could impact. So that's what we've had to do there. And you can see all the plumbing and all the central heating's already been laid out. Everything's there for that. And all the electrics are done now, apart from a few new junction boxes. That's why the guys here now are putting some junction boxes in. We've got a few more that we're going to put together. And the steel will be here in the next 10 days. And we can get that steel done and the acros finished. And boarding, I think boarding is back on again tomorrow morning once the electrics.
Yes, the only thing the can't board is in here and in there just until the steel's in. But
yeah.
Once the steel's in, we can go full steam ahead.
So all that will be boarded. All the stairs will be boarded. All upstairs will be boarded. They're back in tomorrow to do that. But they've told me that they can get this done now in 4.5 to 5 weeks. Now they're on site with everything that's needed. So I spoke to Nick last night and I was like, can you just finish it now? I want it done. I want it across the line. And he was like, yeah, leave it with me. Bit disappointed with the island because I genuinely don't think we're going to get one, me personally. Okay, so I'll tell you what we'll do then. So change it again. Put the door there, how you said.
Yeah.
Have the kitchen starting where Sonny's first hand is. So it comes in and you've got the one gap.
Yeah. From this
there, yeah?
That's it there. So with the 600 unit off there.
Yeah. So run units, the 3 of the units there, workspace. Come across here, have the hob with the extractor fan for the outside wall there. Yeah. Have kitchen going down there. Have the sink underneath the window. Move the window.
That's your doors.
Yeah, get rid of the doors.
Get rid of the doors.
Yeah, get rid of the doors. See that window there? We'll have the patio doors there. So the window's going to have to be lifted up to meet the...
Yeah.
And the sink goes there.
The sink goes there.
The sink goes underneath the window looking out.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy days. Yeah. So this is the master. This is the master. And another thing that I've done is I've laid out all the sockets in the house according to how I think the house is going to finish. So obviously bed as you walk in, 2 sockets each side, socket over there. Now I was going to put a socket in the middle for a TV on the wall, but because of the size of the room, I think somebody will have a chest of drawers there and they will put it on there. So I thought about that. And the ensuite, I did make the ensuite quite big. Wasn't going to make it as big as that. But I thought I want a wider shower tray. I don't want the small shower trays. And I want it to be quite spacious because it has kind of a luxury kind of feel to it. This house is not being rendered. This house is going to stick to the original features. It's going to stick to the original brick. It's going to stick to the original features. We've kept a chimney breast. Obviously, you can't see the gallows brackets there, but I think Dan has got some pictures for you guys.
Did you have to bring the building inspector before that was boarded up, or
Yeah.
did you just have to take pictures?
So we took pictures and the building inspector was here.
To both, yeah.
Yeah, so he's had a look and he's seen both. And then I'll show you what the thing that I was a bit worried about was this. So I was worried about the space this was going to take in the second bedroom, but in fact, it's worked out quite well. So this is not going to be the second bedroom, this is the third, because that one's bigger, in my opinion. And I don't think that this is a bad space as a second bedroom. Nice size, oversized window, lets lots of light in, and I think it's going to be, really cool when it's finished. The third bedroom. If you go down there, tell me what you would do in there, what your thoughts are. Now, I think that's the second bedroom, personally. We're on site. We're on site with some earn and learns, giving them the inside information, showing them on a real site what's going on, how it's moving, where it's moving to, giving them a cost per everything that's going on, showing them why I've built en-suites, why I've lost a bedroom in this house. So I've gone from a 4-bedroom to a 3-bedroom with an ensuite and a new master bathroom. The master bathroom in this house for 4 bedrooms was no bigger than an ensuite. So I sacrificed the 4th bedroom in order to have a more premium finish, just like Rebecca just said. So it's giving them an insight into how my brain works as a developer, and I think it's important.
Also, we got aircon in here as well.
It's freezing, isn't it? Oh, you want about that hole in the wall where it's gone? Well, guys, look. The colts are back out. The colts are back out. Autumn is well and truly upon us. Winter is literally around the corner, and I am freezing. Right, thought process in here.
I'm just thinking you're going to have to probably put a window there because that window alone wouldn't...
Back garden, do you, don't you?
Yeah, windows going there, 100%.
Yeah. Are you keeping that one as well?
Well, what's your thoughts in here, guys? What would you do if this was your house?
Somewhere like window there.
You'd have one of the Velux windows in there?
One or two.
I like that. I never thought of that.
Small one, like one or two, to bring a lot of light in. It's not that expensive as well, I think.
Do you want to pack it up?
If you want more light, because it's still cheap. When that door, when there is window over there, then you see what's actual light you're gonna be.
I think that would be. What do you think, Dan?
It'd be different.
I think it'd mean you could utilise the space more as well, because you could block that window off and then you could do more with that area. Do you know what I mean? And you've got light coming in on the top and there. Because at the minute, because that's right pushed right up against that corner as well, you can't really...
And it's frosted, we don't know.
Yeah.
Block the window. Put a window there. And put 2 Veluxes at the top. Didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. I like that. That's a good idea. Yeah, if you can, please. And board that up as well. Get rid of that. So, 3rd bedroom. Do you remember there's big holes in the floors and stuff? So all these are in now. These will be overboarded as well. We're going to make sure that they are completely secure, so they'll be overboarded. All of these have been replaced now. That one's down a little bit. Get it overboarded. It'll be overboarded throughout the whole of here to the landing where the first step is, so it all fits. And as you can see, the ceiling is completely watertight. Or sorry, the roof's watertight. Never had an issue here with a leak, not even a drip anywhere. So this room literally will be boarded by the time you guys come back here in a few weeks and plastered. So they reckon that the borders are in tomorrow. I reckon it'll be boarded by Wednesday, and then plastering might start Thursday or Monday. And it will take to plaster the whole house 7 to 10 days. And once it's been plastered, probably 7 days to dry with the weather at this precise moment in time. But they will get heaters and stuff in here as well. And then once it's been plastered, well, you all know from there how easy it is to get it moving to the following stages. That's once it's plastered and the carpentry's done, you kind of like moving forwards then. It's all this rubbish that's horrible to start with.